Well, howdy, nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day. Yay! Oh boy, hopefully the heat is actually going to break today. It's supposed to get like up almost to 100 again, but then drop off, and then hopefully it'll be cooler. Hopefully, and then hopefully the air quality will get better. Going outside the past couple days, it's been like playing the game Morrowind because of all the junk in the air. The air quality has been poor to just fair, and there has just been, after a block or two, things start to fade because of all the smoke and junk in the air. Thumbs up. So that's been fun, and I've had heat-related insomnia because of the heat. Luckily not too much heat-related anxiety, but some. And I've been wheezing a lot and finally figuring out on this one, yeah, it's the air quality. Yeah. So joy. It's been great. Yay. Thumbs up. Life is life, though. Life is life. Taking a look at the rest of my list, though, I have a bunch of really small things. Like, oh boy. Yesterday, had everything, got everything ready to go. 8:30ish, start to upload my vlog. Got therapy at 9 o'clock, so that should give me plenty of time. It was actually about 8:28 that I started uploading, and at 8:29, the internet went down. So bad that it was like everyone's internet went down. Our phone went down out downstairs. The TV wasn't working right, and that was great. So my vlog was 10% uploaded, and luckily, the process doesn't die unless you stop it. The computer will keep trying as long as it can, so that was going on. And then it would jump in, sort of, and like maybe a megabyte of data over a minute or two would work, and then it would drop out again. So I was able to get online long enough to find out my therapist's phone number and then gave him a call and said, I'm not going to be able to do this online stuff. Comcast is down. I don't know when it's going to come back. Because it had been 20 minutes by that time, and it was just gone. 9 o'clock, almost exactly, comes back on. So, because my therapist had said, hey, I'm going to leave the client open in the corner of my computer thing, I'll be doing stuff, so if you need to come back on, if it comes back up, fire me off a call, or, open up the client, and we can go from there. So 9:15, everything's up and ready. I send them a phone message. I got my client up in the window, and 15 minutes later, I call him back and say, well, 15 minutes just isn't going to be long enough for a meaningful session. I've closed the client. And then went on from there. And then about 10 minutes later, got a call from a mate. He was apologizing, didn't know what exactly had happened, meant to be there, but wasn't. And I understand. I'm also used to it. That sort of thing has pretty much been the standard for me in my life, so yay. But I understand. So I didn't get today, and it's going to be 2 more weeks before I get to go. And boy, there's been a lot of stuff that I needed to talk about, so I'm overjoyed. Such is life, though. Such is life. So yesterday was really, really hot. Didn't get to do a lot of thinking. Spent most of my time trying to just function. I do not do heat well. I don't think well in heat. So, yay. Joy on that. So, tried my best. I recorded something for the channel. Or did I? No, I didn't record for the channel because it was therapy. I can't remember what on earth I did. The heat is bad. I don't do well in heat. As much as I don't like cold, I'm able to think and function in cold, and heat is my nemesis. And of course, it's going to be a long time before we have cold. Like thousands of years. And the thing, of course, with global climate change, yeah, the planet will survive. We can't actually kill a planet. It's a ball of rock. It's the thin film of life that's clinging to the ball of rock that is the thing. Because with all the plastics that we've dumped, with all the gases in the air, it is going to be thousands of years before this all stops. Even if we quit everything now, it is going to get worse for thousands of years. The planet will survive until the sun gets so inflated and red that, we're boiled away. Excuse me, being organic there. Everything will be boiled away. It's just that we do have the capacity, and we are taking advantage of that to destroy the capacity for the planet to support life. That is fully within our capacity, and we are taking full advantage of it. Yay. But, I have done lots of thinking on things, and here's one of those things that I wanted to talk about that are just little things that I think are neat. And see, I'd forgotten about it until I looked over on my list down there. Last night, I was using the facilities down in my bathroom. And while I was standing there, we have a thing that goes up over the back of the toilet, and it's racks and shelves, and you can have things on them. And on the very top thing I was looking at, there was some movement, and I was just looking in there, and there was a little tiny spider, just about that big. Little brown fella. Well, by fellow, it's going to have to be gender neutral in this case, because I don't know what sex the spider was. But it was just racing around and doing stuff up there, and it was one of those quick ones you don't often see, because they're the color of things that blend in easily. And then when they sense danger, they stop. And when they do move, they move fast. The gangly-legged spiders and the webs, when they sense danger, they pull up and then they get ready. In the time that it takes one of the gangly-legged spiders to pull up just like this and get ready, that little spider that I had been watching, I went, poof, with a little puff of air. And during the time one of the gangly-legged spiders just goes like this, that little thing shot 4 inches, just whoosh, up and behind something, and peeked up around and back to make sure things were going to be safe. So they move. Finally, it came out and was just assessing the situation, because it could see me out there. No details, but it could see me out there watching it. And I'm the kind of person, I talk to animals. They can't understand me. I'm basically talking to myself. I know this. But I was talking to the spider just about how I felt privileged to see this little spider at all. Because they're the type that are so fast, so quick, so reactive that you don't often see these things. So the fact that I could see this little spider there was a privilege and kind of cool. And I leaned in a little closer so I could see it better. And I was like, ooh, you are a deadly little predator, aren't you? He goes, yeah. It was like, you are a deadly little predator. In fact, if I was the proper size, by the time I see you, it's way too late. So thumbs up. I don't know why or how my arachnophobia just vanished. So, thumbs up. I mean, going through webs, getting webbing on me when I went out walkies used to be horrific. Ugh. And just, spiders stuff. Now when I'm out walkies and I walk through spider web stuff, I'll just, it's take an arm through the web stuff that I can feel clinging to them, and it's like, I'm sorry, spiders, I didn't mean to tear your web apart. So, thumbs up. I mean, I still don't want to, walk face first into an orb web with the spiders on my side, and so the web would, trap the spider against my face. I don't want to have anything like that happen, but that's more like, who would want that? Whether you're afraid of spiders or not, that is not going to be a fun time. So, yeah. Of course, the other stuff is just more of the creative thought around the whole cosmic horror framework, and just I've fallen in love, of course, in case you haven't noticed, with the whole bone hurting juice world. I don't know why I got it all mixed up there, aside from the fact that I'm a human being. But there's all sorts of things I'm working on that and chewing on it. One of the things I can't even remember if I've talked about in this world, because there is this connection that they have with the divine conduit that is the connection with Seder, one of the cosmic horrors itself. If I can remember now what I was talking about, because I got so quick on that one. Oh yes. There is something that is it doesn't happen to just anybody. It happens to only people in the church. They get the worst of it. It's not a punishment. It's not a bad thing. There's something, divine pressure. When some creature, some being, something along the line, because under normal circumstances, beings like us, no matter whether we're here out in the cold and dark, or we're up one level of wavelength up in reality, closer to the center of the multiverse, the Ongare, or you're in the actual center where the beings there are so strange and unusual we wouldn't even understand them as being human. But try to remember again, I'm having issues because of my insomnia with trying to remember and keeping on track today, and I'm very, very sorry. Normally, all of these beings are just us. We're boots on the ground. We're known as, in the Ura language, it's Gokura. And that translates to a lot of things like numberless and prey. So beings of power, and especially the cosmic horrors, don't really look upon us as with much respect. And why should they? I mean, there are an almost infinite number of just me, if, of course, the whole, many worlds hypothesis holds water. But within the framework of the story, it does. And so within the framework of the story, yeah, there are an almost infinite number of just me. And so there is no significance to any one of us in that fashion. We are just the amoebas of the forest. So, with that in mind, they're the beings, the Sugo, the Anguka, all of this, the upward, look very kindly upon the people of the world of the bone-hurting juice. And what they will do is personally pass info along. Now, unfortunately for people, what that means is the person who is getting it, the person in the church who's getting the divine pressure, everyone in an area around that person feels it. When you feel the divine pressure, you get down on the ground. You're not going to get hurt. It's not gravity. You're not being crushed. It's just you have no strength, and you weigh about 500 pounds now. I need to get down on the floor. I'm just going to lie on the floor. I'm just going to lie down right here on the floor. And everybody does that. But when the message is over, everybody else can get up. But the person that the message was intended for, weak as a kitten. That's how the main characters actually get involved with the thing. With all the bone-hurting juice stuff, they actually get involved when they're in a marketplace and there's a divine pressure and everyone goes down. And Scarbath, this is his third time this has happened to, and a lot of people can go through their lives with never even having it happen once. This is his third time, and so he sends someone along to go and let the church know that this happened. They're going over where they're taking care of the guy because weak as a kitten, and then that's how they get involved. So there's the divine pressure, which is just, instead of having to use a altar to try and connect to the divine conduit, that's where the beings along the divine conduit are just connecting with you directly, and it takes a lot out of you. And so that's how they get involved. And yeah, I got a lot more that I've been chewing on with that place, and I need to give it a name and full stories and the information with the humans of the Eastern continent, with their culture, the monoculture, and its good at assimilation. And while they're not evil, the whole system is set up where all animals are created equal. But some animals are more equal than others. And oddly, it's the human beings that occupy the top positions. Huh. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. Going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment, or however many people did leave me a comment, up to 25. Of late, I've been lucky if I break like 15, so we shall see. Thank you, each and every one of you that does leave a comment, though. It is appreciated very, very much. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended, and even though I can't American Sign Language, I am pretty neurotypical, and I have memory issues galore. Getting better all the time, but one day I'm going to hit that wall, and then no more advancement. But we have Chili Cheese, thumbs up and thank you. Ama V, greatly appreciated. And Pertronus, I sure hope I'm close, thank you very, very much. Sunny D-A-I-Z, thumbs up and thank you very, very much. Big T, thumbs up. A Bizarre YouTuber, thank you very, very much. We have Kurai Abernathy, I sure hope I'm close, and thank you very, very much. And that is a very good thing what you do. That's why I do them the way they are. So thumbs up and thank you very, very much. And ready for the mosh pit, Shaka Bra, thumbs up and thank you. Francisco Davis, thumbs up. Sebastian Ferris, greatly appreciated, and Hokey Smokes. Then we have Samantha, thumbs up. Hellraiser 988, thumbs up and thank you. Dobity, greatly appreciated. And don't forget, I do have a reaction channel. Then we have Daniel Siriaco, I sure hope I'm close, thumbs up and thank you. And Made in Canada, greatly appreciated, always good to see you in the comments. And then there is Geaux Rob, thumbs up and thank you. Your mother's breasts, how about that, thumbs up and thank you. There's Captain Jupiter, greatly appreciated. Favel, sure hope I'm close with the pronunciation, greatly appreciated, always good to see you. I can't pronounce it, and I'm not sure of the ideograms, so thank you very, very much. And then there is Albert Rogers, greatly appreciated. The Scrappy, thumbs up. Fairy Tale and Naruto, who's actually trying to be unpleasant. And then there is Ice Damon, thumbs up and thank you all. 24 different people left comments, and it is greatly appreciated. Thumbs up and thank you all. You get me out of my head and into the world and dealing with real people, and that is definitely a thumbs up. With all my neurotypicality, I don't know how to deal with people, so dealing with people helps me. Thank you. While my hands are in the air, if you could check out my various links down below. I do have Twitter, Facebook, Patreon.com, and if you could become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. Indeed. I am not doing good monetarily, and if you could help me out, that would be very, very awesome. I'm a hurting, and it's not good. But if you would like to help me out without becoming a Patreon.com patron, I do have a PayPal link down below. I'm trying to determine whether or not I should set up another GoFundMe. And if you'd like to help me out without sending any money at all, I do have a PayPal link down below with things like cat food on it. Thumbs up for that. If you could check it out, that'd be very cool. Do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled. And if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I do take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. I am hurting financially, though. If you can help, that would be a good thing. Just don't feel obligated. And of course, if you could toss me a like, I appreciate all the positive validation I get for my existence. A definite thumbs up. And of course, if you could hit the notification bell on the subscription button, that would be very cool. Thumbs up and thank you so very, very much. I do not know what is going to happen in the United States politically. Things are not good here. They are not good, and they are on the cusp of becoming a whole lot worse. So if you're in the US, do the best you can. If you're around the rest of the world, unfortunately, everything that happens here affects the rest of the world quite strongly. Unfortunately. And around the world, the virus, the covfefe bug, does not care a bit about your political affiliations. It does not care anything about what you feel about freedoms. It does not care about anything but spreading. Please, be smart. Get vaxxed if you can. Wear a mask. Maintain your social distancing. Wash your hands a lot when you're out, even if you're in. Try not to touch your face. You don't need to catch this thing and get very, very sick and deal with the lifelong complications of it if you live. So be safe and be careful, please. And until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. And that is, well, in my book, that's a definite thumbs up.